All right, hello everybody, welcome back. It's time for our monthly collaboration video. It's where we put out a couple of videos with a couple of other channels on a certain topic. So once you get done with this video, make sure you go over and check out Mel and Nettie at Mel Nettie Living Free Zip Codeless, and also go check out Rhonda and Jim at R&J RV Adventures. So this month's topic is going to be on dangerous RVers.
What? There's dangerous RVers out there?
Believe it or not, there are dangerous RVers out there.
Yeah, we've seen a few things.
We're talking about things that people do that not only is dangerous for them, but dangerous for everybody else.
Yes.
Been trying to come up with different things that we have seen. So we're just going to kind of throw a few things that we have seen and what we think that are definitely dangerous RVers.
Yes. And hopefully this helps you kind of think about and plan when you're going out RVing, so you know it's not safe.
The first thing that comes to mind when I think of dangerous RVers, and me as being an RV technician, this is something I seen recently that I was just kind of completely blown away by. We were down in Utah and somebody wanted me to come check out their RV because a lot of their outlets weren't working in the RV. It was a toy hauler.
Yes.
And I walked in and I was completely shocked by what was back in the garage area.
Yeah.
These people thought they lived in a house, not an RV.
They were treating it just like a house. It was crazy.
So I went back in there. This guy was running two, I think, a refrigerator and a freezer.
Yeah, refrigerator, freezer.
Because the RV refrigerator wasn't working, and he had extension cords strung everywhere in this garage.
And into the main cabin, too, there was
extension
coming
cords.
From the kitchen. They had like one of those multi-plugs with several of them coming out of it.
And I mean, he had big toolboxes. And the other thing was they had residential size washers and dryers.
Yeah.
Now, he had someone came in and wired the 220 for the dryer, but I couldn't believe what I saw. So one of the biggest dangerous thing I think I see people is these RVs are not made to take big, huge electrical loads.
Yeah, they're not your house. You can't run everything at the same time.
Yes, you are definitely limited on power, and you definitely have to treat it that way. If you don't, I asked the guy, I said, when this stuff quit working, did you smell anything burning? Because I checked power into the panel, and power was coming out of the panel, but it wasn't getting to all the places. And he said, no, he didn't. So I'm pretty sure he burned up some wires. It was definitely a fire hazard.
Yes. So unsafe.
So definitely need to watch your electricity.
Yeah, and pay attention to what you have on, especially if it produces heat. Anything that produces heat is going to use more amperage. Go ahead.
The other thing that I have seen is I see a lot of RVs at the park plugged in just directly to the pedestals. I've seen so many issues with the campground pedestals that you should definitely have some type of surge protector. Not only, once again, that creates a fire hazard, that also could cost you a lot of money.
Right.
If that pedestal's wired wrong, I've seen it burn up a lot of stuff in the RV. So you definitely want to have some type of surge protector when you plug into the pedestal on the RV.
I mean, don't listen to like the RV people. We had a situation with ours and they were like, oh no, it's your surge protector. But our surge protector is our first defense against that. So we didn't pay attention. Then we moved to another site because it's just not safe. If that thing is telling you there's something wrong, then there's something wrong.
I took a meter to the pedestal and it was definitely the pedestal. If they were trying to say it was my surge protector, just plug it in directly to pedestal.
No.
I'm like, no, ain't happening.
It's not safe. Yeah.
Next thing is, I don't know how much of a danger it is, but good gosh, it falls along the lines of sanitation.
It is. It's dangerous because you're bacteria.
I've seen it in the parks, randomly here and there, but we just spent 2 months in Quartzsite, and the thing I seen people going down, we'd go down to the Blue Boy station to take our tote down there to dump. And I rarely saw anybody wearing any type of gloves as they were dumping their totes. To me, that's just unsanitary and nasty.
Yeah, and you can put some hand sanitizer on there, but that ain't getting rid of them chunks.
Yeah.
And it can get in your nails. Ugh.
I don't know. That to me, that's a danger to themselves. But boy, tell them what kind of diseases they could get and things like that.
Yeah, it's
So
gross.
when you're hooking up, anytime I use or doing thing with my dump for my hoses and septic and all that, I bought the big old reusable rubber gloves. I think the first time I bought them from Camping World, those didn't last as long. I bought a little bit thicker, better pair, I think at Lowe's,
Yeah, at Lowe's, you bought the
and
second
they're
pair.
working great. I always use that. And then when I get done, I make sure to rinse and clean those things off.
Yeah, and then washes his hands afterwards,
And then, well,
even
yeah, I always come in and then wash my hands.
because it's
But I
just
was just
gross.
blown away by, I bet you I can count on one hand how many times I saw someone actually wearing gloves at the dump station there when we were at
Yeah.
Quartzsite. So you definitely need to wear some kind of protective gloves,
Yes.
disposable gloves, whatever they may be.
Yes. Something.
The next one I think that's a danger, and we got lucky and we fell victim to this.
We did.
I
We
can
were
tell
not
you,
smart.
I can tell you this for sure. When we started out our first RV after we quit tent camping, is we bought a tent trailer. But I still see people doing it these days, mainly with travel trailers.
Yeah.
It's not really a motorhome issue or anything like that, but fifth wheels, I haven't really seen it. But when you get ready to unhook your RV, make sure you chock the wheels.
Chalk the wheels, because that
Uh,
bad boy will roll away.
it
The RV's rolling away.
will roll away. I guarantee you that. We found, like I said, we found out and we got lucky.
Yeah,
We were newbies
we
back when we
were.
first got our tent trailer. Um, I think we were going to Six Flags down in
In
Georgia,
Georgia, yeah.
and we got to the campground,
And we were
and
excited.
we were excited. We were at the amusement park. I went to unhook the tent trailer, and I didn't chock the wheels.
Yeah.
Luckily, the hill was coming toward the car. We used to tow it with I think it was a minivan at that time.
Minivan.
Um, and it came toward the minivan. Well, luckily the minivan stopped it.
Right?
Those little
But it put a little dent in it, bad
it put a
boy.
little hole. It was one of those
Yeah.
little plastic bumpers there,
Yeah.
and it rammed into it. And I'm like, oh crud! Forgot to chock the wheels.
Let's chalk the wheels.
So make sure when you're unhooking and hooking, you're doing it safely. Just think about it. Don't be in a rush. Don't be distracted by what's going on around
Yeah.
you.
Don't talk to people while
e-
you're
e-
setting up,
Yeah, yeah. And even now, we haul our car behind our motorhome on a car trailer. And then when we have to unhook at campgrounds, which a lot of them we do because we're too long or we can't use a back end, we always make sure we chock our wheels when we unhook the car trailer.
Yeah, so it doesn't roll away because it's heavy.
Yeah, so I actually bought chocks that, and we chock on both sides to make sure it doesn't roll away.
Yeah.
And the other one was a lesson we learned, and we were very lucky once again.
Oh my goodness, it was so scary.
And this is not only a danger to us or RVers; it's danger to other people.
Yes.
We had a little GMC Jimmy that we used to tow the tent trailer with when we first got it, and come to find out, it has to do with the wheelbase of the Jimmy and the weight of the tent trailer. But you definitely need some type of sway control device
Oh,
on your
yes.
car. That was scary. I didn't even know anything about sway, and we were going down the highway, and all of a sudden it started
It
swaying
just started
really bad. I had
back
no
and
clue what to
forth.
do.
We had the kids with us, and I was just terrified.
So luckily, I got it back under control, and we slowed. Actually, we had pulled over
We
because it
pulled
scared us
over.
that bad.
We had to take a minute to catch our breath.
So luckily, we didn't have a bad accident there. Luckily, it didn't flip the vehicle.
Yeah,
And
because
like I
it
said,
felt like it was gonna. We were coming
yeah.
down that hill, and it was just like, "Rrrr."
Yeah, and that was pretty scary, and that could have been really a disaster, not only for us, but other people that were on the highway then and there.
Yeah. So if you tow, look into sway control because it's not that expensive and it's super easy to install right there at your tongue and everything. So it was nothing to install it to it, each time. Well worth that that feeling every time we left after
Safety.
that.
That's a
The
safety device.
Yes.
Absolutely a safety device.
Really is. Yeah. So that's like all we have really
Yeah.
on,
Yes.
hazards that we've noticed. I'm sure there's more out there.
I know there's plenty more out there, but those are just the few that we've seen.
Yeah.
I
And
think I
experienced.
think it all boils down to just think about what you're doing. Think
Yeah.
about being in an RV. Um, if you're not sure about it, ask some people.
Yes,
or
ask
go out
some
there and
people.
research. We know we do YouTube at the Academy here. Everybody searches everything there.
Right.
Make sure you go out there and check what you're doing. Just we want everybody to be safe, and we want everybody around us to be safe too. We don't want to
Yeah.
be ruining anybody else's.
And have these great experiences that you get to have.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah,
So also always make sure you go out there and be safe.
for sure.
And now that we're at the end of this video, we have the links down in the description. Make sure you go over to Mel and Nettie and check out Mel and Nettie Living Free Zip Codeless and see their video. And also go check out Rhonda and Jim at R&J RV
Mhm.
Adventures.
Yes. And then
And
go out and
until
find.
next, and then we'll see you next month. And now you can
Now go out and find your adventure.